Okay, you guys, so this is the answer key for the adding and subtracting extra practice. So on number 1, it says 3 square roots of 7 plus 2 square roots of 7. Now, these are like radicals because they both have a square root of 7. And so when we combine like radicals, we just add the numbers in front. So 3 plus 2 is a 5. And then we just write this as 5 root 7. So that root 7 just stays the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and, so this was number 5, sorry, on your extra practice. And then on number 6, you have a negative square root of 3. So remember, this is like negative 1 square roots of 3. And then you have a negative 3 square roots of 27. So when you do this, you first want to simplify if you can. So 27 would simplify to 9 and 3, and then 9 would simplify to 3 and 3. So you have 3 times 3 times 3, and then you still have this negative 3 right here. Notice how there is a subtraction sign in front of that, so that makes that a negative 3. So at this point, we have a pair of 3's here. We can pull that pair out as 1 3. We have to multiply by this negative 3 that's already out front, so that makes a negative 9 square roots of 3. Okay, and then we have a negative 1 square root of 3. So when we combine like radicals here, we're really combining a negative 1 with a negative 9, and that's going to make a negative 10 square roots of 3. Okay, now number 7 is nice because on number 7, we have 3 root 3, and we have a negative 4 root 3, and these are already like radicals. So all we have to do is combine the 3 with the negative 4, and that would be negative 1 square roots of 3. Okay. Number 8, these are also already like radicals. So we have a negative square root of 6, and we have a negative 3 square root of 6. This is really like having a negative 1 square root of 6. So if you combine a negative 1 with a negative 3, that's a negative 4 square root 6. Okay, number 9. On number 9, you have a negative square root of 27, and then you also have a positive 3 root 12. So we need to simplify first. 27 would simplify to 9 and 3 and 3 and 3. Remember, this is really like having a negative 1. We have 3 times 3 times 3. These two 3's come out as a 1 3, but they have to multiply by that negative 1 that's already there. So that ends up being a negative 3 square root of 3. Okay, and then we have the 12 that simplifies to 4 and 3 and 2 and 2. So remember, we have this 3 out front, and then we have 2 times 2 times 3. These two 2's come out front as a 1 2. They multiply by the 3 that's already there, and that is a 6. Okay, now once we simplify these two radicals, we now have a negative 3 root 3 and a positive 6 root 3, which is 3 root 3 final answer. Okay, and then the last one, number 10, we have a negative square root of 5, and then we have a positive 2 square roots of 20. So the negative 1 square root of 5, that doesn't simplify, but the 20 would simplify to 4 and 5 and 2 and 2. So 2 times 2 times 5. We already have this 2 out front, so when these two 2's come out front as a 1 2, they have to multiply by that 2 that's already there. So we end up with 4 root 5. So now we're combining a negative 1 root 5 with a positive 4 root 5, and that gives us a positive 3 root 5 final answer. Okay, so once you've corrected all of these, you are ready to come back and retake your test for that section.